friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I am on a major filming spree. This is the 5th or 6th video in a row I have filmed. So if I sound tired, I am. It's a lot of work, but getting myself kind of caught up and a little bit ahead, wrapping up the things I need to wrap up to kind of complete August, and that way I can get ready for September, which is just around the corner. So I need to true up my sinking funds. If you've been watching my videos throughout the month of August, you will know that every week I have been sticking money into some fun savings challenges. And as I have finished those savings challenges, I've been paper clipping them and setting them off to the side for this video. So I have all of the cash here. This cash is going into my sinking funds today, and then we are going to true up what we spent from sinking funds and take the cash out to deposit it into the bank. So first we're going to put money in, then we're going to take it out, and then we're going to figure out what we are left with to start out September. So I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 challenges in the month of August. Honestly, I thought it would be more, but it wasn't. I didn't finish quite as many. I have too many savings challenges going, I think, and so I'm trying to spread my money too thin. I'm going to start combining things and doing fewer challenges, so hopefully I can finish them quicker, and we'll have more money at the end of each month. But this is what we ended up with. 5 savings challenges. There's this Hey There Queen Bee savings challenge. I finished this in one of my mini savings challenge stuffings. This is from Kimmy's Budgets, aka Bayesian Girl Budgets here on YouTube. This one is not allocated for anything specific. I can use this money any way I want. I can put it all towards one sinking fund, or I can split it up into many sinking funds. Basically, I can use this money any way I want. Then I have the money from my Rupee Savings Challenge that I finished during one of my many savings challenge stuffing videos this month. That money is allocated directly to hobbies. So this stack of cash is going to go into my hobbies sinking fund. I've got another mini here. This one I think was a total of $40 as well. Nope, $32. This $32 is another mini, so it can go wherever I want. I've got this money here from 654 that I finished in the month of August. This is going to go into gifts, which is actually one of those sinking funds that I think I'm going to merge with celebrations. Haven't really quite decided that. We'll figure that out in this video. And then I also finished this fun shopping savings challenge from the Average Budget, and that was a total of $100 saved, and that's going to go directly into the shopping sinking fund. So let's go ahead and pull in my sinking fund binders here, and let's start with my Austin sinking fund, because I know I did quite a bit of spending from the Austin sinking fund. You can see here in my transaction log, there was a transaction for $40, there was a transaction for $14, there was a transaction for $20. So, you know, that's quite a bit of money. And there was only $20 in there to begin with. So I need to put quite a bit of money in there. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this $40 from the Kimmy's Budget Hey There Queen Bee mini savings challenge, and I'm going to put that into Austin's fund. So that's 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 going in. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take this 32 and put it in there as well. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt, but that's what I'm going to do. So that's a total of 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, $72 going into Austin's fund. So that's what we are going to add. so $72 is going to go into Austin's fund. And I'm just going to set this off to the side and we'll stuff it at the end. The gifts, we have 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, $55 going into gifts, which I'm actually going to get rid of this gifts category and combine it with celebrations. And I think holidays is going to end up in there too. Like I said, I just have too many sinking funds. And if I'm going to be able to put enough money in to make a difference, I need to have fewer. So I had this set aside for gifts, but this is actually going to go into celebrations. Hopefully that makes sense. It's 55. And then the money from gifts and holidays is going to move there. Okay. So I'm going to take $10 out of gifts because there was no spending that happened in my gifts sinking fund here. So I'm going to take the $10 out of there. And I'm going to take the $10 out of holidays. And that money is going to get added to this money from this savings challenge. And that's all going to go into celebrations. So let me do that really quickly before I forget. So holidays and gifts. So here we have gifts. I'm going to take this $10 out of there and I'm going to eliminate this sinking fund altogether, and holidays as well. It has $10. I'm taking that out, eliminating this one as well. These are going to get combined with celebrations. So the total amount then that's going into celebrations, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, $75 into celebrations. If I've confused you, I apologize, but that's how that's going to work. Okay. Hobbies is getting the full amount from this challenge, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66 is going to go into hobbies. Okay, and that's going to take care of that fund. And then shopping is going to get the money from this fund, which should be 100, 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100 is going to go into shopping. Okay, my apologies. I just got interrupted by a grocery delivery, so I had to pause, bring in all of my groceries. I filmed a grocery haul, which you may or may not have seen at this point. I do not know what order all of these videos I'm filming today are going up in, but yeah, I am exhausted. If I'm out of breath, it's because I just carried in all the groceries and got them all put away. This was the $100 for shopping, which I think I already talked to you guys about, so I'm just going to set this off to the side. And I believe that is everything that I plan as of right now to put into these funds. So from Austin's sinking fund, we're going to go ahead and highlight and kind of add things up as we go. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see a little bit better. You guys can definitely see the messy space that I've got going on here. Like I said, I've been filming a ton of videos today. So, okay, so from Austin's sinking fund, we spent 40 plus 14 plus 20, and that was everything. So Austin's, we spent a total of $74. So let's go ahead and put that in here under the spent category. We didn't spend anything from camping. We didn't spend anything from car. Nothing from celebrations. Let's just skip right ahead to clothing. Clothing is where I'm going to end up negative. So I might have to get into the savings challenge I've been using for clothing and empty that out to help me kind of make the ends meet here. Because I spent a lot in clothing this week or this month. So we spent $80.40 plus $29.23. And that was it for clothing. $109.63, so I'm just going to round that up to $110 from clothing. And I only have $10 in there, so I'm going to have to find $100 somewhere to put into that to make those ends meet. That was clothing. From medical, I spent $30 plus $60. So we spent $90 from medical. We have $100 in there, so at least that one's gonna come out ahead. From hobbies, we spent $49.81 plus $27.54 plus $29. We spent $106.35 in hobbies. So that we're going to round up to $110. And we're going to come out negative in that fund as well. So I'm going to have to make those ends meet somehow also. Okay, from whatever, I took 10. That was what I had in there. I know that because I emptied that fund. And from shopping, we took $25.96 plus $22.99, $48.95. So I'm just going to round that up to $50. I always round up because we're dealing in cash here, and I'm not going to deal with coins. So that was shopping, $50. Okay. Everything else, that was all the spending. So we didn't do any more spending. So I can go ahead and fill in the zeros for the amounts that we took out. Okay. So I'm going to need to put money into clothing. And I'm going to need to put money... Where else are we going to be negative? Into hobbies. So let's see how much I need to come up with here. Hobbies has 10. We added 66. We spent 110. So I'm going to need $34 for this fund. And I'm going to need $100. So I need to come up with $134 to make everything good and trued up. So I'm going to go into my binder for my savings challenges, and I'm going to see what I can do here. Okay, so here is my savings challenge binder. And my idea was to try to wait until I finished savings challenges to pull the money out to then put the money towards my sinking funds. But obviously, we have a shortage here, so I need to pull the money from somewhere. The clothing sinking fund needs $100, and I have been using, for clothing, I have been using The Life of a Pig Who Wants to Save But Loves to Spend. That's a whole savings challenge book. I'm not going to finish that probably for months. So I think it's okay to go ahead and take the money out of there. What do we have here? 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, $51. So that still is going to leave us short. I am going to take that money. Let me see what else I've got here. Okay, so I have this August savings challenge. I have not quite finished it yet, but this was going to be for this whatever category, which I am actually eliminating after this month. So I'm going to go ahead and take the money from here. Not going to get to finish this challenge, but that's okay. August is already over anyway. I'm going to go ahead and take this money, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and put that towards what I need to make the ends meet. So let's see how close that gets me. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76. I still need $58. So I'm going to take $50 from our vacation sinking fund. We're not going on vacation anytime soon, and so I'm okay with doing that. So I need to go ahead and say that I took 50 out of here. And I need $8 more. So where can I steal that from? Let's go ahead and steal it from shopping, because we're still going to have some money left in shopping. Is it $8? Yeah, let's take an extra $8 out of shopping. Hopefully that'll make it all evened out. So let me do the math now, make sure everything is all trued up, and then we'll stuff these envelopes. In the future, once I get more money in these sinking funds, I won't have to do this thing where I shuffle money around. Just for right now, when we're just kind of starting out with sinking funds, we haven't finished a lot of savings challenges. This is what I have to do. It's messy, but it works for me. Personal finance is personal. Do what works best for you, right? All right, let's figure this out. So what I just realized is we actually finished a pet savings challenge as well that I forgot to pull out here. It is this fun German Shepherd savings challenge. It was a $75 challenge, and we did complete that. So I've got $75 here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Oh my gosh. 48, 49, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, $75. So that's going to get added into that. Okay, so I went in and added everything up. I got the zeros all put in there. Let's just make sure that this is accurate. So for Austin, it started out with 20. We added 72. We took away 74. So that's going to give us an ending balance. 20 plus 72 minus 74 of $18. Camping started out with 20. We didn't add anything. We didn't take anything away. We are in the process of working on a camping savings challenge, but we haven't quite finished it. So that is going to remain with $20. Car, same thing. It started with 10. We did not finish any of the savings challenges for car, so we didn't add anything or take anything away. It's still going to sit at $10. For celebrations, we combined some things. So we had $10 to start. We combined the holiday sinking fund as well as the celebrations and the gifts and put it all together to make one big celebration sinking fund. So even though we didn't finish any savings challenges or add any money from that for this, it still went up. 75 plus 10 is 85. We didn't spend anything, so that's going to end with $85. For Christmas, once again, we've got some savings challenges in the works, but nothing quite finished yet. So even though we have money moving to go towards Christmas, nothing got finished. So it started with $20. We didn't add anything or take anything away. It's going to end with $20. For clothing, we managed to finagle things around, and we started with 10. We added $100, and that gave us 110, which we spent. So clothing is going to end with $0. That means that I'm not buying clothing in September. No movement happened in the emergency fund. $30 is what we started with. Nothing added, nothing taken away. So it still has $30. Gifts, we got rid of. So we took that $10, allocated it elsewhere. So it's going to end with nothing. And my sinking fund spreadsheet for October will not include gifts. Now, if I want to buy gifts, it'll be bought out of the celebration sinking fund. Hopefully that makes sense. So the funds are still there. They're just allocated elsewhere. I'll still, if I buy gifts, I'll still use a sinking fund. I just won't have a separate sinking fund for celebrations and gifts. I'm just going to include it all in one. And that way, more money will hopefully get allocated to some other funds. Hopefully that makes sense. Holidays is another one that we went ahead and got rid of. For hobbies, we started with 10. We added 66. So I still need $34 in there. I'm going to come back to that one and we'll make sure that we have all of the funds because I've confused myself at this point. Home is going to stick with $10. Insurance is going to stick with $20. Medical, I had 100 in there and I spent 90, so that's going to leave me with 10. Pet started with 20 and we added 75. So that's $95 that we're going to have in the pet fund, which is good news. Shopping started with 20. We added 100. We spent 58. That's $62 remaining in that fund. Subscriptions is going to remain with 20. Vacations is going to end with 0. And whatever is another one that we are going to go ahead and get rid of. We spent that money. We will not be allocating any more money to that. So if I did everything right, that extra $32 that I need for this hobbies fund should be left over after I stuff everything else. So let's just get this all trued up. This video turned into a disaster. Honestly, I may not even upload it. We shall see. If you're seeing this right now, just know this was very much a labor of love, and I know it's not turning out quite as organized and neat as I had planned originally, but I'm doing my best. Okay, so Austin's fund should have 18. So I'm going to stuff 10, 15, 16, 17, $18. Let me set this up a little bit nicer so you guys can see. Be right back. Okay, I went ahead and set up my cash tray with the cash. I'm just going to stuff everything as I go. I definitely made a mess of this. I don't know how I managed to confuse myself so thoroughly, but you got to witness the whole thing. So lucky you, this is the quality content you get here on my channel. All right, so Austin ended with 18. That is what is in there, so that is good to go. Camping should have $20 in it, and indeed it does, so that's all set. Car should have 10. We didn't touch that. It does still have the $10 in there from the start of the month. Celebrations. Okay. Celebrations should have a total of $85. So I need to add some money in here. It's got 10. So let's do 20, 40, 60, 80. We'll put back the 10 and we'll grab a 5. $85 is where this celebrations fund should end. So we'll go with that. Okay, Christmas says it should be ending with $20. That is what Christmas has here. So not much, but it's a start. We are working on savings challenges for this. Clothing is going to end with nothing, right? Correct. So I need to pull this 10 out. And that's empty moving into September. Sorry about the glare, you guys. Emergency says it should be ending with $30. And that is what is in there. $20, $30. Okay, so that's for that binder. Let's move on now to this binder. Gifts and holidays, we eliminated. Hobbies, we're going to come back to at the end because I'm still not sure where that's supposed to be sitting. Home should have $10. And indeed it does. Insurance. Let's see if I can move this up a little bit. There, that'll work. Insurance should be ending with $20. And that is what is in there. Okay. Medical should end with 10. So I need to pull some cash out of here, pull out this 100 and put in this 10. For pet expenses, started with 20, we added 75, so it's supposed to have a total of 95. It currently has just the 20, so let's do 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, and pet expenses, so that got a good bump. Shopping is going to end with 62. Right now it's got 20, so let's put the 20 back, grab 50, 60, 61, 62. Subscriptions should just have the $20 in it that it started with, and it does. And vacations is going to end with 0. And we know we eliminated this whatever fund. So that is gone. Okay, so that's everything except for hobbies. Hobbies, as I said, started with 10. We added 66, but we need 110. So let's see what we need to actually add to make this trued up. So 10 plus 66 minus 110. So we need 34 more dollars. That's what I thought. Okay, so 66 plus 34, a total of $100 is what needs to go in there to make it trued up to 110, which is what we spent. So I'm going to go back to hobbies. It's got 10 in there, which I'm going to pull out, and we'll leave the 100 to go to the bank. And hobbies is going to end with $0. There we go. That should all be accurate. Now let me see what I have left here in the cash tray, because this should be what needs to go in the bank to cover all of these expenses. Let me add these up really quick. I'm not going to add up the 2 that I took out in cash because that's already been paid and gone. I don't need to pay that to my card. What I need to pay to my card, $408.93. So hopefully there's $410 here. Let me count it up. 50, 100, 50, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 413. So we have a few dollars extra, I'm assuming just because of the change. That's fine. I'm going to get this money into the bank to cover everything I put on my credit card for the month. Everything is all trued up and ready to go then for September. It was a very messy process, but we got there in the end. I can say that our funds are looking at pretty puny, but I'm hoping that moving into September, we're going to finish some more savings challenges to bulk some of these up. I also may go ahead and just do 1 week of stuffing directly into my sinking funds instead of filtering them through my savings challenges, just to beef these numbers up a little bit. I'm also going to be mindful when I am spending that my funds are a little low, so I can't be going crazy like I did with my clothing. Definitely spent more than what I had to work with there. It all worked out in the end, but I'll be more careful next month. Okay, if you liked this hot mess of a video, leave me a thumbs up. If you made it all the way to the end, leave me a money emoji down in the comment section so that I know you made it. You're a real one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you want to stick around for more content like this, definitely subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!